I've been slowly chipping away at the to-do list. Some of the things are a little bit too vague, so they're taking a lot longer to actually check off the list. So I need to narrow them down into smaller tasks. But it's been a while since the last update, and a lot of things have happened. Well, this is a really minor thing, but I changed the floor in the storage room a little bit. So now I can actually see out under the base, which I think is cool. We've got a new map. We've got two new maps, actually. We've got Def Leppard Hysteria. And another map we have that's brand new, finished today as of recording. The Happy Holidays map. You can see there, I have that one on me too. Over on this wall, if you remember, used to be my bed, and you know that was moved over there, so I could put in a little shulker wall for ongoing projects to just, you know, plop them down. Because my ender, here we'll take a look. My ender is kind of full, so I made a place in the base I can just plop down some shulkers. And this is something new. This is a automatic utilities dispenser. So if we'll get some ender pearls. So let's say I want some ender pearls. We'll take a look at the redstone, but you would just push the button, and a hole opens in the ceiling, and they just fall down. And if you just notice, I got a full stack. And that's for all four of these. You push the button, you wait a few seconds, you get a full stack of items from the ceiling, which is super useful. So I don't have to go digging through a chest whenever I run out of these utilities. I can just push the button and then do whatever, and then pick it up off the floor later. Let's take a look at the redstone for the item dispenser up here. Really simple. Like, this is kind of a mess, but it does work. So yeah, you got the button, you push the button, it toggles the torch tower, and then whichever button you push, they all go off into different inputs, you know. Carrots, rockets. Actually, looks like I need to refill the rocket one. Torches, because I carry torches with me all the time. And ender pearls. So, by the looks of it, I need to restock a couple of these. Particularly the rocket one. Up here, it's really simple too. It's just the tower goes up further. And all four of the inputs go into the same thing. So no matter what button you push, this always triggers. And we've got a delay clock here. Which, yeah, it unpowers the piston. And the items that are dispensed over there, they go across and then up and then, you know, really basic. And they go down this hole. You can see that cactus right there. That's a small addition I made. It's a trash can. So if I just don't really need the ender pearls, I can just get more. You see, they get dispensed onto the cactus. So that's a garbage can. But I'm kind of a hoarder in this game, so I don't really use it that much. Got some banners. It is December. It is nearing Christmas time, so we've got some holiday-themed banners. Down here. Yeah, I got a warden head. We've got a bunch of maps. A bunch of different stages of the map. This one was made before I finished. And this one was made after I was taking it down. I left the triangle because I thought it would make a cool banner. Or a cool map. Got this one from a long time ago when I was doing the Halloween map. And then we've got these two Christmas ones. This one is just, this is like when I first started, and then when I got all the white filled in. And I got the stat map there too, so my map collection is growing. Of course, we got this map, the base, which pretty soon it might need an update because I've had some projects going that I've started to finish, or at least started to work on. So it might be time to make another map. We got some heads. Down here, I built a sweet berry farm. So I just wanted to show that that's working. But one thing I've started doing is, like, I really want to try to move on to another project. Like, I'm trying to get these projects done so I am free to move on. So one thing I was doing in the base is trying to seal off all these holes that just go nowhere. So this became an access door to the underside of the base area. And I've started to kind of decorate this a little bit, or at least make it not look horrible. I'm going to move away from that because it's kind of loud. I've started to remove miscellaneous torches, so there's this one there. But, you know, I've started to replace them with jack-o'-lanterns. And I started covering all the water streams. Although there is like a visual bug where you can't see the water, which is kind of annoying. But I'm trying to make this area kind of look better so I can just, you know, so I can move on. The Enderman has been moved over there, which we'll take a look at. I built a turtle farm. Got some turtles in here. Oh, there actually is some scoot in there. I'm going to take that. I needed turtle helmets to make potions, so I just finally decided to actually build this, and I just AFK'd for several hours. But we've got this, now that we've got this glass here, we can kind of like walk on these water streams, which is really cool. See, here's the sweet berry farm. It's just super basic, and it just feeds into here. I've also been trying to reduce lag. Like I've started putting composters on all the hoppers. You know, removing things like optimizing the redstone. Like this could be optimized a little bit more probably, but it's good enough for now. But yeah, I've started replacing all the podzol with grass as well because I think it looks better. The terrain used to be all different down here. I kind of started sloping it. You know, basically just making it more uniform, more appealing, I guess, to be down here. So you don't just... Because normally when I'm down here, I just want to do whatever and then just leave immediately. So now I kind of feel like I want to hang out down here a little bit. Because it is kind of nice down here now. But one optimization I've made down here is I unspaghettified the redstone. It wasn't hard. I spent like 30 minutes just fixing the circuits. So if you look at it, it's really easy to understand now. Just this comes up here for the light. And then this, you know, it's this one, and then it goes up and over. And I swapped these two so it was easier. So it's both of them, it's the right circuit is for... Yeah, the right circuit is for the collection, and the left circuit is for the flying machine. So this one just goes down and underneath instead. Instead of all that, like, spaghetti that was here. So I'm really happy with that. So that's pretty much it for this area. I've been trying to seal off. This was a result of trying to seal off the holes. Like, I made an actual way to get down here now. So you can just walk down, you know. Instead of having scaffolding everywhere and all that jazz. Now there's actually a glass walkway over to a door. I turned the block sounds off so I didn't have to hear the composter. So other improvements in this area. First, you may notice this door is now over here instead of over here. And let's head down there. You can hear the rain outside. In the game, the rain outside. If you come down here, we've got a new dungeon area. I said I wanted to build the dungeons, and I finally got the dungeons done. It's a little bit close to the melon farm, actually. So you can kind of hear that. But finally got the Enderman moved. So I won't be looking at this guy by accident anymore, which was annoying, because then, because then he'd be mad at me and all that. But I've got those villagers. I thought about moving the villagers in here and the golem. And maybe putting something else in here. I haven't really thought about it that much. But yeah, that's the dungeon. So you look at the ceiling design a little bit. Got Skulk up there. There's still a few rooms I need to build. I want to build an office, and I need to build a hall of armor. And another thing you'll notice is the path down to the tree farm is gone. And that's because of the ceiling design for the dungeon. It got in the way of, or this hallway got in the way. So I decided to turn this into a hidden. See, this part's still here. Just the corner and the stairs are gone now. I turned this into a hidden entrance. Because there's nothing really interesting down here. It's just a tree farm. But if I do this, so we can take a look, you see, the door used to be here. It used to go upstairs and then around the corner and up here. But yeah, this got in the way. And the redstone was going to be, well, the ceiling design for this was in the way by like 2 blocks, and I didn't want to change it because I really like how it looks on the inside. But yeah, and then I decided to just do redstone here. Another really minor update. I finally got fish in the tank. Although the axolotls are still bugged. I tried to fix it. And now the fish are bugged. They're all facing the corner. Well, I guess not all of them, but most of them, they're all like down here in this corner. So, but there are finally fish in the tank. So that's a plus. And over here, you can get a little sneak peek of what we're going to talk about later. I've sealed this off for now. I think the Hall of Armor is going to go over here. But for now, I've just kind of sealed it off. I don't know if I mentioned this, but I did change this a little bit to make it more open. I don't remember if I talked about that or not. But yeah, worth mentioning. So back up here in the storage room, if you remember, I had like a trapdoor thing here, and then there was like you had to like fly up to get out. And I had an epiphany. I was like, why don't I just put a piston door here? So yeah, now there's a piston door, and I kind of really like the glass floor because you can kind of see all the redstone and stuff. And the button, you just push this again. I still got the snowman, Frosty still hanging out. Got windows going on over there. And this powder snow is here for a specific purpose. Because if I stand right in the center of it and fly straight up... Oh. That's embarrassing. Let's try that again. So when the sensor, it detects the rocket, and then it pulls this cauldron away. And the reason it's a cauldron, I mean, I'm sure nobody cares, but the reason it's a cauldron is I wanted to find something that was still black Like, and it can't just be a block, because then mobs will be able to spawn up here, because you can't put a button on it. Because obviously, you know, when you pull a block with a piston, the button will fall off. And I didn't want to light it up because it would ruin the aesthetic. So I decided on a cauldron because it's black. But then I kind of forgot that they fill with snow. So I'm just gonna leave it like that. It's fine. So outside, oh, it appears I missed a mushroom block. Outside, not too much has happened out here. I had a bunch of chorus fruit out here, but I removed them. Just, I needed chorus fruit. And then something I came up with was these diamond sentries. One on each of the towers. They're each holding a diamond spear. Prismarine and diamond spear. I really like these guys. And they're mirrored, so they're, you know, there's two of them. That's the first addition to the statue garden. I'm thinking of doing like hedges and like areas with flowers, maybe some beehives, you know, stuff like that out here, like a garden. And while we're on the topic of the base exterior, you may notice over here, up there, I brought the spyglass with me this time so I could look at things. Over there, that hole, all of the windows have been put in. All of them. Something that, like, I don't know why I was putting it off, but I don't know. See, all the windows on this side, all the windows up there. Got all the concrete in for the tower. All the windows. And not only that, all of the spawn proofing is done for the towers and the halls and the roof and everything. So that means that the castle itself, the exterior, is finally fully complete. After how many weeks now? It's like I don't even know, week 23 or something, week 24. The exterior of the castle is finally done. And these originally were going to be doors, but it didn't end up working out, so I just made them black. So another thing for the outside of the base, this mob farm has been essentially decommissioned. Because I was having serious gunpowder issues. And I tried to remedy this by making it more creeper friendly. You know, so now only creepers can spawn in the farm, but all that really did was cut the rates of the farm. So this farm has been essentially decommissioned. I'll still use it if I need more music discs, because it can still be used for that. But as an actual mob farm, it's done. Alright, so I've broken the news about the mob farm. It's been decommissioned, but you may be wondering, or you may not care, but I'm going to say anyway. You may be wondering, where are you getting your drops? Where are you getting your mob drops? Well, let me show you. If we just glide on over here, I have built a new one. It is over 4 times as big. As you can tell, there are 4 towers now instead of just 1. There are also more layers. Each tower has 12 floors, and there's 4 towers, so it is over 4 times as efficient. Possibly even 5 times. I've been emptying the drops, so there's actually nothing in here except for flesh. But I get about one shulker full of gunpowder per hour of AFKing, which is insanely good. So I AFK'd for a couple hours. I've got about 4 shulkers full of gunpowder, and now I probably won't need to AFK over here for several months. But that's fine. I am perfectly fine with that. You know, building a new farm, it was an investment, a time investment. While we're over here, let's go over here to where the map is. And as you can see, I've torn up the Hysteria map, which, I mean, it should be pretty obvious. But now, got a holiday map over here. I just really enjoy doing the maps, so I wanted to show it off. Because it won't be here forever. Got Santa Claus. In fact, it's a specific rendition of Santa Claus. It's the Coke Santa. And I added the Happy Holidays with Photoshop. I was going for a specific look in terms of the Santa Claus. Like, I wanted a stylized Santa. And the Coke, to me, the Coke Santa, I mean, I guess their marketing was successful because the Coke Santa is like the quintessential Santa Claus to me. So, yeah. And instead of this being a harsh wall, this is like a really minor, irrelevant detail. But instead of being a harsh, just flat, straight wall, I made it into a slope. Which, like I said, is completely irrelevant. But I just think it looks nicer. Being over here and looking at the DID map, it looks nicer over here. So back at the castle, you know where we're going next. The village. This project, man, like, I was so close to abandoning this project. Oh, I got sky rats. But I was so close to just abandoning this project. Like, I literally thought to myself the other day, like, why am I even doing this project? Like, it's just something to fill time, you know? But I decided to just... I ultimately decided not to abandon it. I decided I'll just come over here every once in a while, throw up a house or two, do some landscaping, whatever. You know, until it's done. Eventually it'll be done. I don't want to leave it unfinished. I hate leaving projects unfinished. But this is the most recent house I built. I just, you know, just threw down a house. Got a little garden. Oh, there's a fox. See, we've got a little garden. I did some custom trees. I replaced a bunch of the podzol with grass. I still need to do a lot of decoration. I just need to figure out what I need to do up there. I put down a lightning rod because when I was working on the greenhouse over there, the red one got struck by lightning and caught on fire. So, see, like, I could do... I think I want to do, like, a cart, like a market stall here. Have maybe more market stalls. I want to have, like, a black market down there under this overhang. So if I go over here, there's, like, this little overhang thing. Natural terrain generation. I want to do, like, a black market down here. Have like an apothecary who sells illegal potions or something. And then I want to have a path through here. I'm going to cut down some of these trees. Path through here. Alleyway. You know, coming up to this house. Now you come down this hill. And this is why I built these two houses directly across from each other. when hanging signs were first released and they revealed that they could be hung on each other, like, this is like the first thing I thought of. Because remember, I had the Acacia Village on the last world. So I was like, you could have, they're kind of like flags, or like, you know, those ropes with the flags on them. And then they hang down. I think it looks really, really nice. And then we got all these plants. I'm not worrying about interiors to the houses right now. I need to get the houses actually built first. The interiors can come later. But I've got a plan for this house. I want to do a tower in the middle. And then 2, like, small builds on the side. We've got this really long house with a corner door. I might make this like a... I think this might be an inn. I kept saying the house over the hill over there by the farm should be the inn, but it's kind of small to be an inn. Like, I think that's just going to be like a tavern, possibly. But this can be like an actual inn, like a hotel. You know, with multiple rooms. You rent a room. Travelers come here and rent a room. Yeah, this house is like really big. It's got a nice chimney. I'm going to do something with the chimney. And from the back, it looks weird from the back. I think these windows might get removed. But I wanted to have like an alleyway here with like shady shops, or like a back alley restaurant. You know, like noodle shops in Japan, they'll have them down like a really narrow alleyway. They'll have like a noodle shop. You sit outside. So I could do something like that on this wall. Have like a noodle shop or something. Could sell fish. Because we are by the river. Could sell fish. Another thing I want to do here is... I want to have a tunnel, like a secret tunnel, in one of the build, probably the inn. That would make sense. Have a secret escape for travelers. It goes underground and it comes out here by the river down. I mean, it's not that far away, but you know, it's cool in theory. I don't know if you can tell, but my enthusiasm for this project has kind of been renewed. Like, I went in like the span of like 3 days. I went from being sad about this project and almost abandoning it to like being optimistic about different builds, so kind of interesting. But walking across this bridge here, we've got the fort. I think the fort is what started it. I decided to just build the fort and worry about stuff later. And I replanted a bunch of these trees, just temporary. I'll probably end up burning them all down, but for now, like, I feel okay leaving them like this, and that's what's important. It's the same thing with the inside of the castle. I have the same thought process here. Like, I want to move on to another project. Like, I still enjoy this project, but like, I want to move on to other things. I don't want to just have this project sitting for months and not working on it. So my mindset is kind of just throw down stuff now, and if I don't like how it looks, I can change it a little bit. Like, I'm not going to rip down the whole castle and change it, but like, you know, the decoration in here, like, I want to do carts, I want to do target practice, you know, have guys training, have horses, all that good stuff. And then in here, I don't know what to put in here. Probably have different floors. I just wanted to show this because I think it looks cool. We got this like balcony, so you can look out. And we still have this. I wanted to do a secret exit. That was on the priority list. Or, well, not the priority list, but like the ideal list. Was having like a secret exit. There's like a way for people to escape. The castle is being besieged from the front. See, I could build like siege engines. That's another idea. I could build like trebuchets and stuff, and have the castle being besieged, and then have people escaping out the back. That's like the escape route. But yeah, that's it for the village area. Like, I've really been trying to get this area done. Trying to at least get something presentable built, and then I can work on detailing later. If you don't ever start a project, it'll never be finished. Like, so now that I've started the castle, I can just come over here and throw down a couple of things. But yeah, that's it for this area. So I think this is the best way to show this. We're here in the Nether at the Battle Arena tunnel. And I'm going to go through this portal. I have been over here making improvements in preparation of a PvP tournament that I am trying to put together. So I've been out here making this place look a lot better. I mean, obviously, this build is gorgeous, but the front here, the bridge, kind of left a little to be desired. So I built I believe this is called a portcullis, and a drawbridge here. I'm actually not sure if the portcullis is the gate that comes down or if it's the towers itself. I probably should have looked that up. But, yeah. We've got a drawbridge here that they pull up, you know. Going here, we've got a brand new lobby. This basalt is where the portal used to be, for reference. So it was really cramped, in my opinion. So now we've got this large lobby. And this is all in preparation for the PvP tournament. So, you know, if there's going to be a bunch of people here getting ready for the tournament, I wanted a larger place for people to be. I experimented with having glass above here, but I didn't like it. Ruined the look, you know. The build looks really nice, and having glass floor above it is really not nice. So, but yeah, I did a little bit of decorating. I removed the statues that were here. Obviously, I moved them over here. Actually, the heads are at my base, but yeah, and I put water columns. These were originally for the glass bridge. It was just across, you know, straight across, and then you could go to the left over there or the right. Like, the corner wasn't filled in. But I decided to remove that, and then I just left the water column. Because up here is actually a pretty decent vantage point. So if you want to watch from up here, that's fine. You can come around over here, you can watch from over here, you know, any of these holes. I also removed the walls. Because a couple weeks back, we had a little fun. A few of us had a little fun here at the arena, as you can see by all the heads on the ground. But one thing I took notice of while I was watching the fights happen is with the walls here, it was kind of hard to see because it literally blocks like half your vision, the lower half. So yeah, I think it's better this way. See if we go down. See, there used to be walls here. But see, now, technically, now if you're watching, like, a fight, technically you can, like, accidentally fall down and, like, fall into the lava or whatever. But, like, it's all for the sake of better visibility. So if you fall in the lava, it's your own fault. I take no responsibility for that. But yeah, I haven't decided what these are for. If these are gonna be like winners or champions, they're gonna be like champions or places where people can store their armor, maybe. I don't know. I haven't decided. I just kind of threw the armor stands up. And now we can talk about that, which you probably noticed when I was looking around. If we go over here, this took me like 6 hours to design in a creative world. I did not think it was going to take me that long to design. But it's a little redstone contraption here. And yes, it sticks out the top, which is unfortunate, but I mean, what are you going to do? This is about as compact as I could make the redstone, okay? So yes, just like any of my other redstone contraptions, it's just a spaghetti of everything everywhere. So what this does is you push a button. It counts down 3, 2, 1, and then it shoots off a firework. Because another thing I noticed when we were doing our little battle arena excursion a couple weeks ago is counting down in chat is kind of clunky. People kind of they might miss the message or whatever. So I put in an actual thing here at the arena. So if you're curious what the colors mean, dark blue is 1, cyan is 3, and red is 2. So that's like redstone that's exclusive to those numbers, or almost exclusive. So I'm not even going to try to explain this because it would take me way too long. And it probably would not be very interesting, but yeah. And then the dark green is the activation circuit. So we got delay, and it goes 3, more delay, 2, more delay, 1. And then at the same time, 1 is triggered. Yeah, at the same time 1 is triggered, it also triggers the green line, which is the firework. So if I just ender pearl out. And this is why I keep ender pearls on me at all times. Just easily traversal tools. So yeah, it comes up here, then there's more delay. There's probably a better way to do this, but you know, I'm not the smartest redstoner on the server, so whatever, it's fine. There's probably like better ways to do this. This is very like spaghetti, like bad redstone. This is very bad redstone. So let's anyway, let's push the button. And then I'll go in F5 mode so we can look at the... See, if you look in the bottom right. 3, 2, 1. Yep. And then it shoots a firework. Let's see... Here, I'm going to push... Let's see if I can get a better view. So I'm going to push it and then jump down over there. Let's see, 3, 2, 1, and then a firework. So obviously this is supposed to be for like a third party. So you have 2 people fighting, and then you'll have a third party up there to watch, and they'll push the button when the 2 people are ready. I was thinking about adding a target block, so you could just... So you wouldn't have to have a third person, you could just trigger it by shooting an arrow at the target block. I might add that. But yeah, other than that, I'm really happy with the redstone. Like, it took me entirely too long to design. Yeah, it took like 6 hours to design that. Because I was trying to overcomplicate it. I was trying to do like a decoder and like a piston feed tape of composters with different readouts. So based on the composter, the number would change. You know, like a real 7-segment display, but like I can just do delay. Like it doesn't matter. So yeah, but all that time it took to design, it took me like 30 minutes to build in survival. Because I had already designed it out. All I had to do was I already had most of the resources, and it only took me like 30 minutes to build. And I think it's a really good addition. Alright, we're here in Winter Wonderland because it is that time of year when the snow starts to fall and all that good stuff. This is our build. And I say our, let's take an aerial view really quick. I say our because this is a joint build between Brun and I. So with the success of Trip or Treat for the Halloween season, I really enjoy parkour, to be honest. I really enjoy it. So I wanted to build a course, but I didn't want to build, like building this by myself would have been, I wouldn't have done it. So I teamed up with Brun and we came up with this build that we're both really proud of. There's plenty of activities to do up in here. You can read that if you're so inclined, or you can come down here, and experience it. I encourage that. But you push this button. You set your first. You take off all your items, I should say. Then you set your spawn. And then if you want to time the run, you push the button. And it'll come out here in blocks. The red and green is the challenge course. It goes red and green, and then in the tower it's red and white, and then up there it's the black and orange. But yeah, that's the challenge course. And then the speed course is pink and purple. There's also a cookie hunt. Here's the first cookie. It's an example. It spells out a phrase. You're going to want to find all the cookies. There are 12. That's not a secret. There are 12 cookies. And it spells out a phrase. That's another activity you can do. There are prizes to win. And this is what I call the catwalk. I don't know if that's what it's called, but whatever. But here's the creator time to beat. Both of the creators. We have set times to create or to beat for players. Speed course, we got speed course times here. We got challenge course times. Any percent. So, that's it for this video. It's a bit of a longer one because I've just been working on stuff and I've been busy. So I haven't uploaded in a little bit. And this is probably going to be the last video of the year. So I'll say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year's, whatever holiday you celebrate. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye.